many of you have a certain food or dish that you would consider your comfort food? Catherine Haley wrote an article titled A Brief History of Comfort Food, where she notes that Liza Minnelli was one of the first people to coin the phrase comfort food. My go-to comfort food is the chicken pot pie. The chicken pot pie can be made in various ways depending on your tastes. For the next few minutes, I'd like to discuss the origin of the chicken pot pie, as well as how to make a quick and easy chicken pot pie. Jean Girard wrote an article titled Pot Pies in Ancient Rome Had a Wildly Different Presentation. Back in ancient Rome, the pot pie was made with a crust that ended up so rock hard that it was not edible. Once this meal became a delicacy, it was served to the wealthy. When they prepared this meal, they would put live birds inside of it, cover it with another crust so that when they cut it open, the live birds would fly out. I'm not quite sure that this would work nowadays. Now you can just walk into the grocery store, go into the frozen food section, pull out a chicken pot pie, get home, pop it in your microwave, and it's done in 4 to 5 minutes. When preparing a chicken pot pie, it can be done in as little as 30 minutes, depending on the ingredients that you use. You can use canned ingredients as well as frozen pie crusts. You can use canned chicken or fresh chicken. Stacey Adams wrote an article titled The Nutritional Differences Between Canned Chicken and Fresh Chicken, where she looked at a serving size of 3 ounces and the difference between the two. Canned chicken had 15 grams of protein, where fresh chicken had 26 grams. Canned chicken had 1.5 grams of fat, and fresh had 2.5 grams. Canned chicken had 80 calories, where fresh chicken had 128 calories. But the major difference is the sodium. Canned chicken had 390 milligrams, and the fresh chicken only 44 milligrams. Now that we've looked at the difference between some of the ingredients, let's see how you make a chicken pot pie. For this version of chicken pot pie, we're only going to need a few ingredients. We're going to use our frozen pie crust, 2 chicken breasts, our canned cream of mushroom soup, our canned veg all, salt and pepper to taste, and 1 cup of cheese. You're going to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And then you're going to put your chicken breasts into a pan and boil them for about 12 to 15 minutes. Once you think this is done, you can check it in 2 different ways. You can either use a meat thermometer, make sure it's at 165 degrees Fahrenheit, or you could take a fork. If it goes in nicely and it has clear flowing liquid, you're good to go. Take your chicken out and go ahead and shred it. As you can see, I've already done that just to save a little bit of time. So now we're going to actually prepare the chicken pot pie. You're going to take your first frozen pie crust, put 1 of your chicken breasts in, and then you're going to do half a can of your veggies and half of your can of your soup. And then you're going to repeat these layers. Make sure you spread it around just so that way all the flavor isn't in the middle. Once you've done this, we're going to add our salt and pepper to taste. And our cup of cheese. You can use as little or as much as you want. Now you're going to take your second pie crust, remove it from the pie pan, and we're going to flip it over onto the top of it. Normally this comes out a little bit better, and you would put an X on your pie pan just to let the steam out. You're going to throw that into the oven, cook it for about 30 minutes. Once that's done, bring it out of the oven, let it sit for about 5 minutes, and enjoy the meal that you've just created. So today we've learned some of the differences between using fresh products versus canned products and how to make a quick and easy pot pie. Whenever I want a quick and easy meal that I know is going to make me feel better, I go to the chicken pot pie. This meal is something that my family has passed between all of us. The next time you need a quick and easy meal, I hope you think of the chicken pot pie.